Hey, okay, welcome back to the Cyclistic Bike Share channel. This is a hopefully brief video. I'm going to show you how to import your Cyclistic Bike Share data and clean it, and maybe even do some basic visualizations using the Power Query feature of Power BI. I will mention one thing at this point also. You may occasionally come across what's mentioned as SSAS and SSAR as far as SQL Server. Well, essentially, Power BI, SSAS is the father of Power BI's Power Query, and SSAR, which is for R stands for reporting, is the mother of Power BI's data visualization interface. It basically what Microsoft did, they took the two server applications, SSAS and SSAR, and created a desktop version of it, so it only runs on your desktop using your computer and your resources also, by the way. So let's start by getting a quick report, if I can speak. Let's start by getting a blank report, other sources, file, folder. And you want to put the folder where your data is located at. So you come back over here. Here's my data. Copy file. Now, one thing to point out, until you click save, everything's being stored in memory, okay? But once you click save, it's going to go back, it's going to try to import all 12 of those files, okay? Now, here's the thing I want you to understand here. This here, each one of these binary files is actually one of the CSV files, okay? Come up here to the double down arrows, click down. Then click OK. Now, as we know, I'll mention, I had a little heads up here. As we know, there's well over 1 million rows of data that's missing start and end station names. I've been told that that's because they're now using a scooter, electronic scooter, which does not have charging stations. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to replace those missing names with scooter. Let's remove. First thing we're going to do, we're going to create the start and end names. Duplicate columns. Start date. Change type to date. And this will lead us to our first ChatGPT session, okay? Because what we want to do, we only want to keep we only want to keep the rides which occurred on the same day, okay? But let's go here. Let's do a quick. So we can do a quick cancel that. Do a quick row count here. We should see exactly what we have. Now this may take a minute or two. We'll see. So this is about right. We start out with all right. So we got 6.8 million rows. And as you can see, that ran pretty quick, didn't it? All right. So we got that. Let's get rid of this. Now let's come back. This leads us into our first ChatGPT session. We want to know how. We want to say the prompt is what? My data contains start and end date columns. I only want to keep the rows where the start and end date are the same. So we come down here. So what it did is it wrote the DAX formula for us, okay? That's what I want you to understand about ChatGPT. So we're going to say add custom column. Day trips. Now we got this. So what you can see is, well, just for the fun of it, let's do a transform on this new column here. And let's do a group by. This will tell us how many of our rides are day trips and how many of our rides are apparently extended. All I'm not, will tell us to give us the keep is the day trips. The other ones are the ones that last more than one day. Now this should take a minute or two here. And my stakeholders are only interested in the rides Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, your requirements are probably different. But anyway, what I'm going to show you is how to extract the day of the week, okay, and in the number format, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also we're going to try to extract the hour that the ride started from the started date. Okay. So how many rides are we going to eliminate here? Just in this first thing here. This is a reminder. We see down here. You can see the files it's actually reading. So it's up to September of 2024. So we should be almost done here. And again, remember at this point, nothing is being stored. At this point, we haven't actually created a Power BI file workbook. So everything's running in memory here. So there you have it. We have we're going to remove. We have 34,000 plus rides that extend more than one day. And the good news is 6.7 million rides that are only one day rides. So that's good. So what we do? Come over here. Click this. Click remove. All right. Then we come back over here again. We're going to try to do what? We're going to try to extract the day of the week. Let's just copy this, duplicate column. So now we got the day of the week, okay? So in other words, so the next question is, what day is Sunday? So it says Sunday is 0, so we're interested in 1 through 5. So that's the date. There we go. So we're interested in we're interested in 1 through 5. Okay? So we eliminated a few more rows of data then. Okay? Let's try this. Let's do a copy of duplicate again. That's okay. Let's change type to date and come up here to time. And now we got our hours. Oh, very nice. Boy, that was easy enough, wasn't it? We're almost through here today. What are we interested in? 6. So this is 24-hour time, right? We're interested in rides from 6 a. We're interested in rides from 6 a.m. Interested in rides from 6 a.m. So it's 12 plus 6 is 18. All right. So let's come back and let's do another row count. Now I'm going to say in this demonstration we're not going to be interested in trip duration so much as we are in the ride counts. And we'll see quickly what we're down to here now. This should be done in just one moment here. And we could, of course, for data, we come back and, for instance, and change it for the name of the day, okay? We've been at this for how long now? We're getting there up to August. So you can see this does, even if it's only 12 months, so okay. So, we reduced the rows by almost half, all right? Oh, do we want to try something else here for you folks? Oh, let's see something here. Well, let's try duplicating this. See if we can, see if this works. Okay, so this doesn't work what I wanted it to. So let's come back over here then. Duplicate start date. Now for instance, we could also extract things like the month, the year, the quarter, and so forth, but we're not really interested in that. Let's see. Okay. We could say day a week. Nope. We could say day. Nope. Which one is it? Name of day. Okay. So we did that. Alright, so let's get back over to home. Let's do a close and apply. Now this is where it could take a few moments to work, okay? Because it's got to come back and read in all the files here, right? We could, again, we could watch it up here, where we're at. So we're almost up to November 2023. November 2023. Now we could also do other things. For instance, a lot of times, you know, in business you'll actually have a calendar table set up just for the business, and it shows the, you know, the days of the week, and it'll, for instance, break out the day of the week, the quarter, the year, the month, and so forth, and holidays and stuff. And that way, everybody uses the same calendar whenever they're working with the day. Time-based data, they'll use the same calendar to make sure everybody's, you know, on the same page. Okay, we're up to March 2023, April. So I think what we'll do is we'll do 3 visualizations. We'll do a plot of the number of rides by day, and then we'll do a plot of the what? Of the by the number of rides by bike type, and a plot of the rides by rider type, either member or casual, I think it's what it is, okay? And who knows, we might as well, while we're here, we might as well look at rides by day of the week, all right? Ride counts. And in this case, we're only interested in ride counts because that's really what matters, right? You think about it. You know, because you want to know, and what you're going to see is, brace yourself for this, you're going to see a very different seasonality come into effect, a very different cycle through the course of the year, okay? We're up to 2024 June. Now, the other thing is, we could, for instance, create a, you know, a summary table. We could create a separate table that contains the rides by day, or a separate table that contains the rides by rider type, by bike type, and so forth. All these things, and the more data you have, the more reason you probably want to do that. Okay, but you also make sure that all your data works within your slicers and stuff. No, we're not going to cover slicers today. That's not the point. July of 2024, August. Let's see, what's this here? August 2024, October or September, 2.5 months to go. Remember, all these things we've done so far is in memory, okay? So that's why the amount of memory you have is important. That's going to affect how you actually work with the data. Now you can see these files are fairly big, okay? 20 megabytes, 26, 30, 50 megabytes. Okay, we're up to 11. This should be the last month of 2024. You know, I'll also put a link uh, to the source data on the Divi table on the Divi Bike site. Okay, I'll give you a link to that. The data goes back to I think 2020 maybe, 2020. I'll be aware that there is uh, as you can see, this has taken a moment to do. Let's see. So this is our first plot. Okay, we're going to say start date, the x-axis. And we're actually doing something a little funky. We're actually going to put the start date down here. Now there is a couple things. We could create a counter column. We could create a count column, okay? Here. Okay, day of the week. Back up. And there's our first plot, rides by the week, okay? From November 2023, you can see it. You can see this dip here in January, comes back up. Okay, so what's our next plot? Let's do a quick. Let's just do a. So you unhighlight that, and then you click your next plot. Okay, this isn't going to be this big. All right. So let's do this. Let's try this. Let's do C, Control V, Control V. How was that? Okay. So what we want to know is, we want to know whether it's a member casual, y-axis, right? Again, we're going to do a count. All right, so now we got to ride a member casual. And we're going to say ride type, ride type, ride type. It will come over here and do what? Well, let's change this to a horizontal plot. And let's try day of the week. Now, of course, we only have, all right. And now let's do this. Let's do day of the week name. Okay. Let's do something a little funky just to make it interesting. Let's just say day of the week. Okay, let's go over here now. Let's take a look at view. Okay, so did you catch that? Now watch carefully. Let's click on this one here. Now we only got the rides for Monday, Tuesday. What about electric bike rides? Members? And there you have it, my friends. Your very first Power BI cyclistic bike share analysis. Okay? Thanks so much for your time. Click that like button for me, the subscribe button, and don't forget the bell icon to be notified whenever I go ride. There will of course be more Power BI, more Excel, more R, more Python, more BigQuery, more Google Sheets coming down the road. Okay? Thank you so much for your time, folks. I'll catch you probably sometime Monday evening.